Hello, everyone. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. It would really help the channel out quite a bit. Thank you very much.
It's the Frontline Theater. Frontline Theater presents True to Life, starring Cary Grant, Linda Darnell, Victor Moore, and William Demarest. And as an added treat, there's the intermission music of Dick Haymes. A hearty welcome to Frontline Theater, men. This is your theater, and every performance is presented especially for you, the men and women of the United Nations. Tonight's play presents a bevy of Hollywood stars in one of the comic highlights of the season, True to Life. It's a play about the world of radio, starring Cary Grant as Link Ferris, Linda Darnell as Bonnie Porter, Victor Moore as her father, and William Demarest as her Uncle Jake. As the curtain rises, we hear the start of a typical radio soap opera.
The makers of Sudsy Suds bring you Kitty Farmer.
Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Yes, a lot of people listen to Kitty Farmer. Only this time, the sponsor listens too. And then...
Who writes that hogwash? Who writes that tripe?
Link Ferris and Fletch Marvin, they're tops, Mr. Huggins. Get $1,000 a week apiece.
For that swill? I tell you, Kitty Farmer isn't real anymore. She's phony. She's counterfeit. Wait, jumping Jeremiah, she isn't even human.
Oh, I'm sure the boys can make her human, Mr. Huggins. They're not just ordinary writers, you know. Writers like Fletch and Link are born.
That's the trouble. Well, they better get a new idea fast, or I'll take Kitty Farmer off the air.
What's the use of kidding ourselves, Fletch? Huggins is right. We're written dry.
Link, you know what we need?
What?
A nice hot bath and a shave. And then, lights, drinks, beautiful women. Who knows? Somebody might say something.
Yeah, it won't be anything we can use. Maybe that's our trouble, $1,000 a week. We've lost the common touch. We ought to get around and talk to real people. We might find the Kitty Farmer we're looking for.
That's what I said. Let's go hunting.
Not your kind of hunting. Hey, where's my hat? I'm going out for a walk.
And so Link Ferris is walking in the rain. Walking, thinking, not even watching where he goes. Until finally he stops at Antone's Diner, where pretty young Bonnie Porter works. Now remember, his clothes are soaking wet, and there's a 2-day stubble of beard on his chin. He doesn't look much like $1,000 a week. In fact, to Bonnie's practiced eye, he looks like someone who might need help.
Anything special on that menu you like?
Oh, this looks pretty good. Roast beef, French fried potatoes, and coffee.
The 60-cent blue plate. That's 60 cents.
Well, sure. Oh, you mean... I get it. You think I haven't got 60 cents, huh? Oh, you're way off, sister. I'm loaded. I've got enough right here to... Hey, that's funny.
Anything wrong?
Yeah, looks as if I forgot my wallet. I don't suppose you'd cash a check, would you?
Oh, Mr. Kapopoulos, gentleman here wants to cash a check.
Tell them we got a deal with the bank. They don't sell hamburgers. We don't cash no checks.
Roast beef, mister?
Well, I guess I'm not as hungry as I thought. Just coffee, please.
Oh, how about a hamburger? It's only a quarter.
No, thanks. Just coffee.
Roast beef, rare and juicy, coming up.
Wait a minute. I didn't order that.
Oh, you can pay me back sometime.
Yeah, but why should you do that for me?
Well, 'cause you're hungry.
Oh.
Besides, it's a kind of a hobby of mine. You see, I kind of like to fill in the blank spaces.
Oh, you... Hey, give me that again.
Well, some people put mustaches on pictures. Some collect matchbooks. Well, I like to read people's faces and make up stories about them.
Oh, I see. You made up any about me?
Oh, sure. You're just having tough luck. Tough
That's
luck
all
right now. Your trouble is that you want to make a lot of money, $100 a week. So you get mad all the time and quit your job.
Say, how come you work here? I mean, a girl like you.
Well, because my kid brother wants to be a doctor, and my father works in a bakery, and Mom can use the extra money, and besides, I don't mind working here. Why?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking, that's all.
Hey, anybody home?
Hey, Bonnie, you sure your family won't mind? After all, bringing a stranger
Oh,
home.
you're not a stranger anymore. Come on. Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Say, this is Mr. Ferris.
Oh.
Mom,
Howdy do.
How do you do?
my brother Clem.
Oh, hello.
And that's Mom's brother, Uncle Jake.
How are you?
Hey, where's Pop?
Oh, down in the cellar as usual.
Well, I'll go get him. Make yourself at home, Mr. Ferris.
Sure.
Yeah, sit down, young man.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Porter.
Pop's inventing down in the cellar. When he's not at the bakery, he's an inventor.
Some inventor.
Oh, that's Uncle Jake. He and Pop don't get along. They don't even talk to each other. And sometimes they
Here
even...
he is, Mr. Ferris. This is Pop.
Oh, glad to meet you, my boy. Any friend of Bonnie's is a friend of... What's the matter? Anything wrong?
Well, no, but that...
Oh, this gas mask I'm wearing. Oh, it's one of my inventions.
Some invention.
Mom, you make him keep his nose out of this.
My nose ain't in it. His nose is. He looks a lot better with that gas mask on.
Pop invents a lot of things, Mr. Ferris. Synthetic rubber, too.
Oh, really? Synthetic rubber, huh? Mr. Porter, are you doing anything with it?
Well, not exactly. I can't get any raw materials.
Well, what raw materials do you need?
Well, rubber.
Well, where are you from, Mr. Ferris?
Me?
Yes, where are you from?
All over. I mean,
Mom, I thought perhaps... Well, you see, Mr. Ferris came into the diner, and he was hungry, and... Well, I thought maybe he could stay with us till he finds a job.
A what?
Well, the way you followed me around, I knew you didn't have a place to stay.
Ain't we got enough mouths to feed?
Mom, why don't your brother feed his own big mouth?
He knows I'm a sick man.
Sick my foot. He eats like a horse. A healthy one.
Now, Pop, you needn't raise your voice. There's a stranger in the house. What do you do, Mr. Ferris?
Me? Oh, almost anything.
No, I mean, what's your line of work?
Oh, well, sort of general line, you know.
Just a tramp.
Yeah, look who's talking.
Mrs. Porter,
Yeah?
I'm afraid Bonnie's got things mixed up. You see, well, I've got a place.
Sure you have, my boy, right here with us.
We mean it, Mr. Ferris.
Well, thanks, but if I did, maybe you'd let me pay board, huh?
Nah, nothing doing, son. I'm glad to help you. I'm glad to.
John D. Rockefeller.
Some Rockefeller.
Well, at least I got a heart, which is more than some people I know.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Ferris won't be any trouble.
Be swell if he'd stay. I could get some blood.
Blood?
Just a little, for my microscope.
Clem's the one that's going to be a doctor.
Oh, I see.
Well, you won't let that bother you.
Oh, no, not at all.
Well, you'll stay then?
Thanks, but look, would you tell your brother that the Red Cross already has an option on me? Will you do that?
No kidding, Link. That family's a gold mine. I wrote them into the script just the way you said, and Huggins really went for it big.
Yeah.
He said they sounded so real.
Fletch, you didn't tell him they are a real family, did you?
Don't be a dope.
Good.
If he knew they were real, he'd say they sounded phony.
Yeah, well, what worries me, suppose they hear the show. They're apt to recognize themselves.
Well, just keep them from hearing it. Do something to the radios.
Yeah, if I can.
Oh, by the way, what kind of a dame is this kitty? I mean, Bonnie.
Oh, oh, she's very ordinary. Just the run-of-the-mill type, you know.
Oh. Well, I certainly appreciate what you're doing, old boy. Burying yourself with a bunch like that.
Oh, that's all right, Fletch. I'm sure you do the same at my place. Say, I'd better get back. They think I'm out looking for a job.
Yeah, well, remember, I can't write that script unless you bring me some dope every night.
Sure. Well, I'll dig it up and you dish it out, huh?
Oh, what a setup. What a setup.
Excuse me, Mr. Fletcher.
Yeah?
You must have dropped this picture here out of your pocket, sir.
Who is it, Mabel?
Oh, no, sir. It says on here from Bonnie.
Bonnie. Let me see that. Just a run-of-the-mill type, he said.
Sure is pretty, ain't she?
And he was making such a sacrifice. Gabe, do you know what this story needs?
No, sir.
Complications, Gabe. it needs a few complications.
Well, Mr. Ferris, you found a job yet?
Oh, no, not yet, Mrs. Pauly, but don't you worry, I'm looking.
Some looker.
Uncle Jake, please.
Say, you know there might be a job open down at the bakery. And Link's got a good pair of shoulders on him.
Pop means he's got a well-developed clavicle.
Clavicle, schlamicle. I'd rather listen to the radio.
Hey, Link, you know, maybe Mom's right. You can't just keep on waiting. You've got to start something. I mean...
The makers of Sudsy Suds bring you their amusing new series, That Palmer Family. First, the genial
Pardon me,
Palmer
please.
who... What's the idea? I wanted to listen.
Yeah, well, oh, hiccups, see? Always get him this time of the day. Hiccups, see?
Diaphragm is irritated.
Me too. Why did he turn off that radio?
Well, you see, that's the only way I can stop these hiccups. Quiet. Got to have absolute quiet, eh?
That's funny. There's no relation between the diaphragm and...
There's another thing, too. Mrs. Porter, I know you think it's inconsiderate of me not taking any old job, but I'm looking for something more in my line.
I didn't know you had a line.
Say, why can't I turn on that radio?
Oh, sure. I've got a line. Music. That's my line, music. You listen.
Why, Link, I didn't know you played.
My golly, that's not bad. I used to play the melodeon once.
Some melodeon.
Well, it was better than yours ever.
Hey, both of you, please. Oh, dear. Oh, Clem, will you see who it is?
Oh, it's always me has to go.
Oh, Link, will you hold it a minute? Someone's at the front door.
Hey, Bonnie, it's a man.
I hope I'm not intruding, good people.
Say, that's not a man. That's...
Link!
Fletcher Marvin is my name. It's an emergency. May I use your phone, please?
Well, of course, it's right over there.
Thank you, miss. Hello, operator. Get me Plaza 7124. I'm sorry to bother you folks. I had a little accident.
Oh, anybody hurt? I can handle a splint job or a fracture.
No.
Oh, gee, too bad.
Hello, Gabe. This is Marvin. Yes, I'm out in Sunnyside. A car broke down on Jackson Street. Yeah, fella came out of an alley, stuck a gun in my ribs. I tackled him, but he got away. Yeah. Will you bring the other car over and pick me up? Yes, Jackson and Fremont. Yes, I'll go over right now. Hi. Goodbye.
Oh, Mr. Marvin, you sure you're all right?
Oh, yes, I'm quite all right. I know I've put you to a lot of trouble, and I'm sorry to run off like this, but you'll hear from me. Good night.
Hey, we'll hear from him. You know what? I think he meant that.
You know what? I know he did.
Roses, Mom. From that Mr. Marvin, dozens of roses. Oh, look, and an orchid corsage.
It's for me, Bonnie. A 10-pound box of candy. Oh, now ain't that Mr. Marvin nice?
He said he'd be here at 8 sharp, Mom. He said he'd like to take me for a drive.
But, Bonnie, you haven't eaten a thing tonight.
Oh, sorry, Mom. I'm just not hungry.
Bonnie doesn't like home cooking anymore, not since she's been dining with that Marvin lug.
Well, now, Link, maybe if a certain other party didn't have to rush out every night.
Pop!
Some pop.
Well, anyway, I got some use around here. I found out why that radio hasn't been working.
You did?
Yeah, the aerial wire was broken right outside your window, Link. I fixed it. Now, listen.
Well, you think we should? I mean, while we're eating, huh?
Oh, sure. Entertainment aids the digestive juices.
Well, excuse me. I think I'll...
Quiet. We're listening.
You'll remember that Kitty Farmer has been very much taken with the rich young man she's recently met. At the moment, we find them on a soft summer evening, driving along in his car.
Where are you taking me?
To Lover's Lane.
Where's that?
Anywhere. Everywhere. Wherever a boy and girl can whisper, I love you.
That's funny.
Huh? What's funny?
Why? I don't know. It almost seems as though I've heard those same words before.
Some words. Turn it off.
No, I want to hear this.
I've got to keep one on the wheel.
What are you stopping for?
To kiss your darling.
No.
Now, don't. Please.
Please
Stop. Oh, dear, I feel as if I can tell you what they're going to say next before they even say it.
Oh, that's all. I've heard enough. Mrs. Porter, I'm sure you'll excuse me. I'm not hungry anymore.
Not hungry anymore. No, he's not hungry. Must be catching.
Some catch.
Excuse me, everybody, please.
Now, Bonnie, now sit down. Where on earth are you going?
Who, me? Oh, I'm going to talk to Link about his appetite.
And that was Act One of True to Life, starring Cary Grant, Linda Darnell, Victor Moore, and William Demarest. And now, here's Dick Haymes all ready for you music lovers. Dick sings one of the hits from the musical show Oklahoma, The Surrey with the Fringe on Top.
Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. Watch that fringe and see how it flutters when I drive them high-steppin' strutters. Nosy pokes will peep through their shutters and their eyes will pop. The wheels are yeller, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. With isinglass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. Two bright sidelights winkin' and blinkin'. Ain't no finer rig, I'm a-thinkin'. You can keep your rig if you're thinkin' that I'd care to swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top. The wheels are yeller, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. With isinglass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. Two bright sidelights winkin' and blinkin'. Ain't no finer rig, I'm a-thinkin'. You can keep your rig if you're thinkin' that I'd care to swap for that shiny with the Surrey with the fringe on the top.
Thank you, Dick Haymes, and do join us again. But now, let's get back to Act Two of True to Life, with Cary Grant as Link Ferris, Linda Darnell as Bonnie Porter, Victor Moore as her father, and William Demarest as Uncle Jake. Well, Bonnie wanted to talk to Link. Not about his appetite, she said, but she must have had a lot more on her mind, because now it is several hours later, and Bonnie is sitting with Link on a bench by the lake. And by golly, still talking.
Suppose I did go out with Fletch, Marvin. He's a big radio executive, and, well, I thought maybe he might give you a job playing or something.
What, that wolf?
You should talk. You're out chasing every night.
Oh, go on. I've told you 1,000 times. I don't go chasing.
Well, you disappear every night, and I don't think it's just for fresh air.
You're jumping to conclusions. You're filling in the blank spaces again, huh?
Maybe I shouldn't have tried to help you in the first place. Maybe Mom was right. I feel like I want to cry.
Do you?
It's all sort of dry inside.
Oh, well, go ahead and cry if it'll make you feel better.
I wouldn't give you the satisfaction.
Well, all right, don't cry.
I know. I don't even know why you're wasting time with me. Why don't you go to her?
Because there is no her. There's no one, Bonnie. Only you. Only you. There. Are you satisfied you made me say it, huh?
Link, you love me?
Well, don't act so surprised.
Oh, Link. Oh, Link. Oh, but the family's all asleep by now.
Well, do I have to kiss them, too?
Well, no, darling, but we've got to tell them. Oh, come on, let's go home and wake them up. in the parlor. I'll call them down and...
So you're back at last.
Pop, you're all up?
We've been waiting for you, Bonnie, and you and Mr. Ferris.
What's wrong?
Mr. Ferris, we're just everyday folks.
What is all this?
They heard the rest of that radio show after you left. Uncle Jake started making telephone calls.
Yes, Mr. Ferris. This is Mr. Mammal. He's a lawyer. We're suing Sudsy Suds and the advertising company for $100,000. Now, how do you like that, Mr. Ferris?
What in the world are you talking about?
Well, look, Bonnie, whatever happens, I want you to know that I meant every word I said tonight.
Bonnie, him and Fletcher Marvin, they're friends, and they've been spying on us, putting everything we said and did on the radio, that crazy farmer family.
Oh, that's ridiculous. It isn't true.
It is true, all right. Mr. Mammal here checked everything. We got a perfect case.
Oh, Link. Link, you were broken. I tried to help you.
I didn't say I was broke. You said it. Bonnie, we didn't intend to hurt you. It was just that after we got started, we...
Yeah, you made me an old crackpot with crazy inventions.
What about me? Me a nagging old hen.
Yeah, but Mrs. Porter, don't you see?
Yeah, I saw right through you from the beginning, young man. I always said you were no good.
Well, Bonnie, is that the way you feel about it?
Well, how do you think I should feel? Lying to me, putting Fletch up to making love to me.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Making me think you were in love with me, proposing to me just to get material for a cheap radio program.
Well, if you believe that...
I believe you're the lowest form of animal life. Go on, get out!
Suing me for $100,000. I paid my good money for writers, creators, not a couple of peeping toms.
Oh, it was a good idea, all right, Mr. Huggins. It just backfired, that's all.
Backfired? You're fired. Both of you. You'll never work again while I'm
Wait a
here.
minute, Mr. Huggins. Wait a minute. I think I've got it. Look, we let the public in. Tell them the truth. Tell them our story is true to life. Tell them there's a farmer family.
What?
That the real name is Porter. Everything they've heard is true.
Say, wait a minute. That is an idea. They'll win their case, but it'll be worth $100,000 in publicity.
What do you say, Link?
Say, if they'll win their case, let's go.
Where'll I put this goat, Mr. Porter? Goat? Over there in the dog pen with them two pigs from Canada.
Hey, Mr. Porter, what invention are you working on now?
Oh, invention? Oh, invisible paint.
Oh.
Yeah, you paint something with it, makes it invisible.
Wonderful. How's it coming?
Well, I'm having a little trouble. I mixed up a batch of it, and I put it in a can. I painted the can with it, and now I can't find it.
There you are, folks. The Porter residence. And that's Pop Porter himself. Hiya, Pop.
Hiya. I get 10 cents royalty for every one of them sightseers.
Hey, Pop, come in here quick.
Coming, Mom. Excuse me, folks. What's the matter?
Bonnie's leaving. She's going to live at the YWCA.
Bonnie, you wouldn't.
Oh, yes, I would. You've made a freak show out of this house. You're suing because they made a lot of screwballs out of us on that radio show. Well, we're acting like a lot of screwballs.
It was a cheap, dirty trick for them to put us on the air.
Yes, Uncle Jake, and it's just as cheap for us to try and cash in on it. Well, you can do it without me.
Bonnie.
I'll phone you, Mom.
I know what's eating her. She's in love with one of them radio writers.
Must be that nice Mr. Fletcher Marvin.
No, I'll bet it's Link.
Well, we got a good case without her.
No, we haven't.
Has he gone crazy?
Bonnie's right. That farmer program hasn't hurt us none. People coming to see us, sending us gifts, and me a foreman at the bakery now with my picture on every bread wrapper. What have we got to be mad about?
If he thinks we're passing up a chance like this...
Jake, shut up.
Mom, you better phone Bonnie and tell her to come home. Now, I'll get to work on that love situation.
Love situation? What do you know about love?
I got me a few exemptions, didn't I?
Now, you understand what's happening, folks. We're broadcasting right from the Porter home. But Pop Porter is the only one who knows. The microphone is hidden in a bowl of flowers on the dining room table, and I'm announcing from the cellar. Pop has brought Link and Fletch to the house, and now he's waiting for my signal, 3 raps on the floor, to let him know he's on the air. Now, stand by, everybody.
Hey, Huggins said this was to be a conference to settle the suit. Now he doesn't even show up. I'd like to know why we were brought here.
I certainly didn't invite you.
Hey, what was that?
That means we're on the... that's a new invention of mine. New kind of mousetrap. Must have caught 3 at once.
Oh, Pop, it's... Pop, if you don't mind.
Now, look, Bonnie. You know you're in love with one of these boys. And 30 million people are waiting for you to say which one. Now, which is it, Bonnie?
Well, Bonnie, if there's any chance you'll forgive me, I want to tell you I meant everything I ever said to you.
Like what, Link?
Well, like when I said I loved her.
Hooray! Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, no, we're not. I wouldn't marry him if he were the last man on earth.
Well, Fletch, I guess that means she's proposing to you.
To me?
Sure. You got anything to say?
Yeah, it's a very great honor, of course, but, Bonnie, you want to be fair to yourself. You see, I'm sort of a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I mean...
He means he's a two-timing playboy. That's what he means.
Am I arguing with you? Look, not that Bonnie and I wouldn't be happy, but, well, that is, I couldn't...
Go on. I'll leave you two lovebirds to coo it over. I'll be out in...
Oh, no, Link. Link, wait.
Yeah, she's right, pal. Wait a minute.
Yeah, come back here, Link. Now, sit down. Sit down.
All right. Bonnie, let's stop this pretending. Will you marry me or not?
Oh, well, if you don't mind taking a girl who's practically been turned down...
Darling.
Whoopee, she's going to marry Link. I hope all you folks listening in are as happy as I am.
Listening in? What folks?
Bonnie, we've all been on the air.
Hey, look, there's a microphone in with those flowers.
So that's it, Link. Some more of your tricks. Why, you lying, cheating, double-crossing...
Hey, put down that vase. Ow!
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Bonnie. Link didn't know. I was the only one who knew.
You were? Oh, Link.
Oh.
Link, darling. Oh, get some water, Pop, some spirits of ammonia. Get something.
Yeah, get something.
Well, don't just stand there. Somebody hurry up and do something, please.
Oh, me. Oh, my.
Oh, Link. Honey. Oh, darling, are you all right?
Oh, yeah, I think so. What hit me?
I guess those flowers just went to your head.
Some flowers.
Some head.
And so down comes the final curtain on True to Life, tonight's Frontline Theater play featuring Cary Grant, Linda Darnell, Victor Moore, and William Demarest. Next week, another play will be presented for you men and women of the United Nations, and each following week, you will hear radio versions of the best comedies, romances, dramas, and musicals, with your favorite actors playing the parts. If you have a special play in mind, let's hear from you. Just mail your request to Frontline Theater, Armed Forces Radio, Los Angeles, USA, and let us know whether you heard this program over a local station or through shortwave. Frontline Theater was produced by the Armed Forces Radio Service.